Good Friday morning. It's the main event. I'm your humble host, Stephen McCollum, and you know him as 17-year NFL veteran, three-time Super Bowl champion for your Dallas Cowboys, fresh off his trip to Maryville yesterday, folks. He went to Mesa and Maryville yesterday. Dale's hitting the high life here. Dale Hillestrate's here, everybody.
Good morning, Stephen. How are you?
Good.
I actually probably did more driving yesterday than you do, and I don't like it. I don't like, but the one thing I do like
You
is
don't like to drive?
I don't like to drive that much in one day, but I do like the fact that you could use the HOV lane. That was nice. I know you just got that taken away.
During rush hour, I got it
Yes.
taken away. Well, not yet, because Ethan comes to me with work right now during his break. So I lose it here in another week,
Okay.
and then we'll see how long it takes me to get here then.
And again, it must be. I would love to do a poll on how many people actually work on Friday.
Traffic's been lesser this week because a lot of people are on break.
Yeah.
But I mean, US 60 gets backed up
Does it?
like crazy. So I'm gonna have to take the 202 around and stuff like that. So I'm unsure from that point. But right now, it's actually about the same time frame to the other place to this place.
50 to 51 on Mondays and Fridays.
Yeah.
It's actually like 10 minutes.
US
quicker to
60,
get downtown.
US 60 at Gilbert backs up every day at Gilbert for some
Really?
reason for like 3-4 miles. Yeah.
Everybody makes the work.
Well, ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth there? So fresh off your Maryville, your debut on the CW
Yes.
last night.
Yes.
How'd that go? Who won?
North Canyon and Maryville. I think it went okay, according to the guy who runs the whole show. He's very happy with the performance. And what I thought was cool was
Was he there?
he was there for the first half.
Oh, no, yeah, and then that's what he does. He shows up and leaves.
But they have a drone shot that flies around and gets shots and actually some plays.
That's
It's
standard
pretty cool.
technology. I mean, Rattlers had
Not in
that
high
for one
school,
game, and then they took it down.
Not
yeah.
in high school.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cool. So fun. Whole new group. Never worked with any
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
And I think it went okay.
And you got the Maryville North Canyon game.
Yes. Ended up being a pretty good game.
I'd say, wasn't it closer than?
Yeah, I think it was about a 9-point game.
Because I was kind of mocking it like this might be a blowout tonight. But it actually was fairly close. I saw the final score and kind of a recap on it. Because Thursday night, there's not a lot of Thursday night games, so you see a lot of write-ups on those, and it pops up on Friday morning for you and stuff like that. But
Yes.
yeah, well, good for you. Look
Well,
at you go.
I'm sure you're watching, the genius of the Los Angeles Rams. And
I just don't.
we were talking yesterday over on my other hit with Holmberg about the best coaches in the NFL.
Yeah.
And it's like the Rams coach, now his name's slipping my mind.
Sean McVay.
Sean McVay. There's Sean McVay and Andy Reid.
Yeah.
There's a drop-off to Everson.
Well, I don't know if we could say that anymore, Dale.
Kind of interesting.
The shine is off on McVay.
Yeah.
Just unbelievably horrible decision last night by them. And I get it. You've got, and I'll give them credit on this. You can't go into, because I criticize, you can't go in fearing your players are going to get hurt. They're going to get hurt if they're going to. You can't go in fearing your players are going to not do their job. You got to give them the job to do, and it's up to them. It's something like that. And you can't go in thinking your running back's going to fumble a ball, not protect it, when all you need to do is take a knee and take a field goal.
Right.
But at the same time, we've seen time and time and time again, including, 40 years ago, the Giants fumbling it in a situation similar to last night and everything. It's just, I just don't. I will say this. I'm kind of glad he did it because then it meant no tie. Because there was going to be a tie if they didn't fumble it.
When you brought
Williams.
that up, the guy I remembered in the Giants-Eagles game was Joe Pisarcik, and you remembered the bad word.
Herm Edwards
You
picking
remember
it
the
up,
bad word part.
running it back for the touchdown to win it. Good
Goodness
boy.
gracious.
So you remember the negative. You remember the fumble. I remembered the positive.
And all those years here that you led your Sun Devils promised land.
I don't know. I would think I was in a coma those years. What happened? What ever happened with that? I never went back and looked. Yes, but it's amazing on that side. So I mean, give Mac Jones credit, man. That dude just wins.
Finds a way, I mean, how many guys can? It's almost like the 49ers are saying, all right, each week we're going to lose another couple guys and still beat you.
That's the problem. That's what's annoying about it. It just annoys the crap out of me that they do that just constantly. It's they got lucky, made a horrible draft decision with Trey Lance, and they benefit from it because they get the Mr. What is it? The
Mr. Irrelevant.
Mr. Irrelevant there, Brock Purdy, and it's just like, why don't bad things happen to the Niners? Why is it always good things that happen to the Niners?
Well, sometimes you can say you make your own breaks. Good teams make their own breaks. What else you want to say about the guys from the Bay?
342 yards and 2 touchdowns last night for Mac Jones. And then, of course, leading them down for the game-winning, what ultimately been the game-winning field goal, for them as well. It's nauseating. I hate it. But at the same time, Rams, self-inflicted errors, especially late.
The other thing I'm looking at, though, I saw Bourne was their leading receiver.
Yeah.
I thought that was a movie series.
Jason Bourne.
Jason Bourne.
No, this is his brother, Kendrick Bourne.
Kendrick Bourne. My goodness gracious. 10 catches, 142 yards.
Yeah, I know. Guy you've never heard of, right? The long line of Persall, right?
Yes.
The other Ayuk, who's been out all season, of course.
What are they going to be like when those guys come back?
That's the problem. That's the problem. The Niners are... Yikes. Yeah. And I mean, the Rams is self-inflicted. The Rams aren't going to do that multiple weeks with those issues at the end of the season and stuff like that. I'll say this too. The chances of Bourne having another game like that, you're not going to do that every week.
No.
So it was just a Thursday night blip there. Do you get Persall back with his knee injury after 10 days off now? Does Jawan Jennings come back as well, after 10 days off? He's coming back in a few weeks, I'd imagine, from there. So, I mean, their receiving corps is going to get better. And that's what I'm saying. They're playing with house money right now.
It's absolutely crazy. I mean, I'm looking at the stats. I didn't realize it was this bad. San Francisco carried the ball 33 times for 74 yards.
Yep.
That's 2.2 yards per carry.
Yeah. Rams should have won that game.
2.2 yards.
Yeah. And we complain about Arizona's running at what 2.3 yards per carry.
We look like the old Oklahoma Sooners running the wishbone.
Rams wide receiver Puka Nacua, of course, became the 4th player in NFL history to have 7 or more receptions in at least 9 consecutive games. He had 10 last night as well. So he's unstoppable, from the Rams' perspective. Rams tight end Terrence Ferguson, his first NFL reception was last night. It was that 21-yarder from Matthew Stafford there as well. And these are the stats that amaze me because it was a pretty spectacular catch. It only had a 27% completion chance. For your first NFL catch, I just sit there and go, man, that's just amazing because your nerves are there, right? The ball's probably going to come your way. You're like, oh, this is going to be my first catch. And you still get it, and then you have low probability sides of it. That stuff does crack me up as we go on. So, look, Thursday night football games, I'm not going to lie to you, they're just boring because teams are not ready to play. It's obvious they're not ready to play, and a lot of injuries happen throughout the game. It was fun last night, but then the Rams' self-inflicted wounds were just like almost made it unbearable to watch there at the end. If you don't have a rooting interest, which I do not.
Puka Nacua.
Puka Nacua.
Guess how many catches he has on the season?
You know what? I
Through 5 games.
It's 50s. It's in the 50s, right? 40-something, 50-something?
52 catches,
okay,
588 yards. Was he a top of the first-round draft pick?
Nobody knew who he was until he stepped on that field and started catching balls.
Was he low first-round draft pick? He had to be a second-round.
I would say he wasn't even a first-rounder, was he?
No, he's a fifth-rounder.
Yeah, that's what I thought, yeah.
A fifth-round draft pick.
What school?
Who I would trade Brigham Young.
Yes, of course.
I would trade him right now straight up for Marvin Harrison.
Why do you do that to
us? What game? We need to keep track. What game does Marvin Harrison catch his 52nd pass of the season.
Yeah, well, that's a good point. But that's the thing, right? I mean, you're looking around the division. We already know. We all said when they played the Niners, I'll take, Persol before, Marvin Harrison Jr. right now. And I agree with you. Puka's one of those guys that you would probably take in front of him right now as well, from that side. And it's just like, oh, my God, that's how bad it is for the Cardinals.
Fifth round draft pick.
Yeah. Out of BYU. I watch a lot of BYU football. And I don't remember him being part of it, being on the team. I don't remember him being on the team at all. Did he stand out? I don't even think he stood out.
Not as a fifth-round draft pick. It has something to do with coaching.
Get with the right scheme.
Yeah.
Step it up there. Pensing. Let's go.
Your boy.
Where's your receiver that's going to step up out of nowhere as well? Robert says, at TME Sports Show, don't forget, text us, 623-252-6670, or hit us up at TME Sports Show like Robert does. And he says, glad to see that Helly made it back from the avenues, especially Maryville. We used to have to carry our bats from the bus to the ball field. Back in the day, bus was parked a quarter mile from the field. Was that for protection, or was that just because...
And the other thing is interesting last night. So the game, there's about 3.5 minutes left at the stroke of 10 o'clock. Guess what happened at 10 o'clock?
The lights went out.
The lights went out.
It's a curfew issue?
No, I don't think it's a curfew. I think they're just on a timer. And said somebody forgot to, hey, we got a game tonight.
Yeah. Well, it's a Thursday night. Yeah. I get it. Yeah, I get it.
It's really
How long
odd.
did it take them to, because they don't have those LED ones, I'm assuming, right?
They're pretty, it took
Are they
them a
good?
little while. Took them a little while.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They got to
I'd say
heat back
20
up.
minutes.
They got to heat back up and settle down.
Well, somebody probably is like, well, where's the electrical box?
Well, Desert Ridge's first game this year, you know how you have lights for both sides of the field and then down toward the end zone.
Yeah.
There was one that was off, so you had like this dark area of the field
Oh,
for the
really?
first game. And then like the best part of that was like during the game when they were working on trying to getting it up, like all of a sudden the lights would come on, like in the middle of a play.
Right.
Like that's not distracting to the players. And then they would go off again, so it'd go light to dark in the middle of a play. It was kind of funny to watch.
Well, I've always thought that because, like, you go to a Suns game and they have all that LED stuff and flashing, and you can see that on the court.
Yeah, well, you're sitting there, like, and when they go from a light, like the one that goes around the middle of the court, when it goes from a light one to a dark one, it feels like the lights are going off in there. Like, you feel it in the stands.
And they do that while they're playing.
You can see that stuff. It is amazing. I guess you can just mark it off, right, as well. So,
but we're sitting out there, the lights are off, and it's like, it was about 20 minutes. And it's like, I wonder if both teams just left the field, and we're sitting up here waiting for the last 3.5 minutes, and lights are going to come back on, and everybody's going to be gone but us.
Everybody's gone. I don't know. In that neighborhood, lights go off. I don't know, man. I might be sneaking out of there myself, if you know what I mean. Crawling to the car.
It was everybody was wonderful down there.
The campus isn't bad.
It's a great football field.
Yeah, I'm not mocking. Same thing with Cesar Chavez. Like, we went there last year for a Desert Ridge game, and I was like, we're parking, we're going to the stadium, and we're going back to the car, and we're getting out of there. You got on that campus, and it was like, holy cow, this is better than some of these Scottsdale campuses. Yeah. The field was amazing and all of that stuff. So it's the same way over there. We're just giving you a hard time, Maryville. We got to do a caveat now on that.
It just as I was doing the game, I hearkened back. So I got to play 4 years of college football, 17 years in the NFL, and still to this day, the hardest hit I've ever taken.
Uh-oh.
Was against Maryville High School in the state semifinals when I was at Saguaro. And that Maryville wasn't what it was today as it was back then. In the quarterfinals, we had to beat Trevor Brown. And in semifinals, we had to beat Maryville.
Even when I was in school, we would go play soccer at Trevor Brown, and it was like,
yeah.
That was in the mid-'90s.
Trevor Brown had this running back, Rory something, who's about 6'2", 215.
Yeah, they were powerhouses back then.
I still don't think we tackled him.
He's still running. Wherever he is now, he's still running.
We beat them like 36-33 in overtime. And then we go to Maryvale, or no, it's actually at Sun Devil Stadium. We're playing Maryvale. And this is the first time I even realized I snapped and played tight end and defensive end. I was snapping, and unbeknownst to me, that when you have a rhythm as a snapper, that's not a good thing.
Yeah, because they can jump it.
No.
Oh,
This dude got 10 yards back. And when I went over the ball to snap it, he started running.
he timed it.
And I snapped it and just got my head up a little bit. He hit me. I thought my head came out of my rear end. And then I was going back so fast, I literally had to fall backwards because I was going to block the punt.
Oh, gee.
And I'm laying there.
A punt off the back of the head to make it worse.
I'm laying on the field going, what just happened to me?
Yeah, did you change your cadence after that?
Hence, I always change my cadence from that point on. I still remember that hit.
The best part is like you're getting over the ball and you're like, what's that guy going backwards for? Like, what are they planning here?
So you get a full head of steam to rock my world. So Maryvale, you always have that memory.
The best part of this whole story is Dale pulled into Maryvale's parking lot last night, and that memory came rushing back.
Oh, my head started hurting.
Yeah.
Why do I got a headache, and why does my neck hurt? Why are you laughing at my pain?
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
I even hear Autumn through my headphones.
Yeah, I know.
laughing.
Autumn's here today, and she's laughing at you too. So, because that's a funny story. Everybody's laughing at home at you.
I mean, that happened in 1979, and I still remember it.
You know what? Those are the stories we need. Could you give me a hard time about me remembering and reliving the grass days and stuff like that? And look at you. You got stories like that.
Well, that was more just because you're being obstinate. I just try to do my job.
Dale goes to the sideline and goes, we're changing that snap count up for the next one, guys.
Yeah.
I want to know what the kid said when he hits you, too.
You
don't remember?
I was in another world. That's back when concussions were not documented.
Dale, how many fingers do I have up? How many fingers do I have up, Dale? 4. You're right. Let's go. Get back out there. Robert does say, it was for protection. My senior year, they played the Maryvale Trevor Round varsity football game on a Thursday at 3 p.m.
Ooh,
yeah.
okay.
The only time in high school where I went to, like Trevor Brown wasn't great when I went to school, and we had to go there a few times, soccer, things to that effect. But I remember, the one I remember the most was Yuma. Because, like, you walked into that locker room and, like, spray paint everywhere. Like, it's as close to a prison as you can come to. And I was like, all right, they're doing this for a fact. No, doors on the lockers were not on it. You know, and it was just like, Yuma was the one place where I was all, no, the Yuma criminals on top of it. Yuma was the one place where I was like, what, as a young kid from upper middle class Mesa at the time.
Upper middle class, upper.
Middle class Mesa at the time. And I was like, what are we doing here in Yuma? This is ridiculous.
Well,
that's the only time that I was
about
like
that was, remember back then there was no I-8.
Yeah, oh no.
It
took like 5 hours to get there on those yellow buses on top of it. And it was like, what are we doing here? You walked in, I'll never forget walking into that locker room, man. Doors are missing, spray paint, like just spray paint everywhere. It's like, do you guys have art class in here? Like, what's going on?
So we had to play there.
I think we got beat pretty bad too, to be honest with you.
Every other year, and obviously in basketball, we played them every year down there. So that was not a trip you were looking forward to. Other than you got out of school early.
Yeah, it was like a full day trip.
But the only locker room that I can compare that to is when I played in the Japan Bowl All-Star game.
I was gonna say, what did the Eagles do this time?
Well, the Japan Bowl All-Star game, we played at old Olympic Stadium before it got refurbished.
Yeah, before they redid it and rebuilt it from scratch.
And just a little inward view of NFL or college locker rooms. Guys use the bathroom a lot before a game. And we walk into this locker room, and there's 3 holes in the middle of the locker room with nothing.
That's the way they live, man.
It's like, where's the bathroom?
Yeah.
Right there. It's like, no way.
Yeah, in Japan. Yeah. I've heard those stories. My dad used to travel a lot to Japan and stuff like that. And I didn't necessarily hear from him, but yeah, unless if you didn't stay in an Americanized hotel,
Right.
you had to deal with their customs and stuff like that, which is a little bit different. Dale.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So interesting time.
Yeah.
Robert also says, how much of that is Puka versus McVay's offense? He says Puka is playing Cooper Kupp spot. No, that's my point. That was my point with my Petsing deal.
Yeah.
It's the offense. They put their receivers set up to have success. Drew Penzing does not do that with the Cardinals offense.
Well,
That's the difference between the two coaches.
Even it'd be something if there was one of the wide receiver positions that's going to catch a lot of passes, but maybe Petsing looks at it, that's our tight end.
Like, yes, that's a good way of putting it. Because, I mean, like, Greg Dortch has had some success this year on those Puka-type routes. You know, line up right off the tight end, get the ball fairly quick. You get some open yardage stuff. You know, I can't remember. It was one of the home games. Had it been was it the Seahawks game? No, it would have been. Yeah, it was one of those the drives down the field. I don't think it was Seahawks to get back into the game late. And Dortch made a couple of those. Those are the routes, but they don't run them that often. But yeah, I think that's more of what it is. It's the running back out of the backfield for them, and then the tight ends from there. But no, that's more my point. McVay sets up his team for their strengths to make them look good. Cardinals, not so much. Not so much. Start ranting on that now, Dale.
Yeah, this year George has 8 catches for 47 yards.
Who?
George.
Yeah, Dort. Yeah. Yeah, how many catches?
8.
Yeah, how many yards?
47.
My rough math says that's 5 yards per carry, roughly.
5.9.
5 yards per catch, yeah. And yet, you only ran that 8 times? You only got him the ball 8 times so you can do some stuff in the open field? That's always been my problem with Dortch. No, but now, be fair, it was before this regime came in. They also couldn't figure out what to do with Greg Dortch. Right. But every time, that's why I was one of the first at the radio station. I was like, this Dortch kid needs the ball more. And everybody would make fun of me. Like, you're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. All I know is every time he catches the ball, he's picking up 20 yards after the catch. That's all I see. Yeah, and then it was always, well, he's not running the right route. I don't care. Every time he catches a ball, something electric happens. And every coaching staff's like, yeah, we don't need that in our offense. Oh, Lordy there. We got preseason hockey going on right now. I'll talk about that more on in the show. Dale's going to take off at 9:30 today, not for golf. He's going to go help his wife out today.
Take care of the wife.
Yes. And I said no.
Things happen, Steve. This is what you got to look forward to over the next 20 years.
There's eye doctors closer to you than me.
Don't think I don't think that. We're going where?
You guys don't understand the disdain Dale has for Mesa. The disdain he has.
Guess where my game next Thursday is?
Chandler
come
High.
out and see me.
Chandler High?
Your alma mater.
Dobson?
Dobson.
Shut up. You're for the CW?
Yeah.
Who are they playing? I'll come by.
I don't know yet. I got a game tonight.
That's right. You got to get that one done first. Thursday night, Dobson? Let me make a note on that.
Yeah. Maybe you and Anna can stop by, bring me some food.
Yeah, we'll hit up the old Tony Roma's, which is now a native for you. Bring you some food over.
Does it still have the smell of Tony Roma's?
No.
No?
Doesn't even look like it. It's all bright in there. And Tony Roma's was always like a dark rib restaurant, you know. No, you walk in this place, the service is to be fair with you, it's probably the same service Holmberg used to give you at Tony Roma's. Not very good.
There's something about Holmberg and a dark restaurant that would not make me feel good if I had ever eaten there.
I feel it's kind of fitting because the view's better.
Wow.
I told you we sat down last time, and on the middle of the thing, those little flip card things they got, and it's just this picture of Holmberg holding like a sign or something for
That's not good.
You buy you buy some stuff and money goes toward the dog rescue, which he's a big part of or whatever. But I'm like, really, guys, you don't need Holmberg's face right here in the middle of the table as I'm about to order.
You know what's so funny about that? Then we can go wherever you want to go. But I played this one quote-unquote celebrity poker tournament. And they actually gave us
and you were
real
there?
chips, and they had your picture on it.
Oh.
They had my picture of me on my chip.
So that's never good.
And I thought they was just all fake money, whatever. So like
You're
like
gonna
2
check for
years-
10 grand when you're done.
Like 2 years after I played that, I'm not a good poker player. One of my buddies calls me in the morning because it's like 1:00 at night. He'd been drinking and gambling, and he said they gave him chips, and he looked out, and it's my face
Oh,
staring
my
at
face.
him. He said, "What? Am I seeing things?"
That would be frightening.
Oh,
That would be frightening. Lordy. Yeah, next Thursday, Dobson. Yeah,
Yes.
let's make an event out of it. Depends who they play. They're probably gonna lose. I've actually every time I drive by, because my parents still live in the area and stuff like that. I drive by it a lot,
Right.
once a week or a couple times a week, and everything. And every time I drive by, I'm like, I gotta pull in and see if that patch of grass is still over. They've remodeled it. It's not the same school it was when I went there. They've added some buildings to it and stuff like that. Football field's identical. It looks like though. Stands and everything. That's as I remember it. But I've always wanted to pull in and see if that patch of grass is over there by the locker room and stuff like that. I've been there for years since. Like some of my nieces had dance recitals there or cheer stuff there and stuff like that. But
it's Sunny Slope at Dobson.
if Sunny Slope at that doesn't even seem like they should be playing
No,
each other.
no.
51st and Northern off the 51, not Avenue. It's what is it, 51st Street in Northern area, Sunny Slope,
Sunny Slope's in like
Glendale.
Glendale area.
That's what I mean, but it's Central Phoenix,
Yeah.
Glendale, off the 51.
Right.
I would go 51, take a left, and then it's up there. Then you see like they'd be playing each other.
You mean take a left, like that's how you're gonna
Yeah,
get
to get
London.
Yeah, to get to Illinois, obviously. But they don't. Why are they? They shouldn't even be playing each other.
The regions all got changed
I
this
know.
year, and so
It's
I
like
don't know.
back in the day, we used to complain when we'd have to play PV, Paradise Valley.
Right.
It's like, why are we playing Paradise Valley? And now they do it all the time. I don't know. That doesn't help expenses very much, does it?
Wow, it's just
It's only a
tank of gas.
yeah.
It's not like you get charter plane.
Have you seen gas prices lately, Dale? We're in the middle of the HOA budget right now, man, and I'm just gonna give up on paying bills. I'm going. What's that movie? Office Space. Yeah, I'm just not gonna do it anymore. The price increase. City of Mesa just raised their rate, their water rates 12%.
Really? And you're gonna have to pass that on.
Oh no, it's coming.
I want Autumn. I want you to go there and film this.
I'll put it this way: I might make it to the Thursday Dobson game, depending how the meeting goes on Wednesday. That's when we got to approve everything.
Oh,
It's just like, I mean, no matter what you do, man, everything's more. I did a story on McCollum on Business earlier this week where it's more expensive to fix up your home now than it would be, if you extrapolate that price out, than it would be to buy a house today.
right.
That's how everything, just to like, oh, this thing broke at the house, I need it fixed. It's costing you like 30% more than last year.
Right.
It's ridiculous. Everything.
We
and
just
then,
landscaped our front yard, and the nursery had like 50% off, and Brooke went and picked it all out, and they put it all in, and I'm like, "That's what you get for $9,000."
oh my God.
That's what you get.
And it
for
would have been
$9,000?
5 or 6 last year, It's just so like I'm really sensitive to that stuff right now on money and stuff right now.
So is this meeting going to be with residents or
Yeah,
just
no?
the
They're
board?
always with residents. Yeah, with their open meetings, Dale. They're allowed to come.
Oh, come on. You guys have clandestine meetings.
The
over there.
problem is you have, your standard 10, 12 that show up to every meeting and they're super nice folks and everything. The problem isn't them. The problem is the people that get the stuff in the mail and then they flip out and then they go to Facebook. That's the problem. But I mean, everybody knows what you're dealing with.
Right.
If you do anything these days, you're spending a ton more and all that stuff. But I'm just really sensitive to right now. And then we moved into here. That cost some money to make Dale look good. It cost triple the amount of money to get Dale to look good.
Are we going to give the viewers a little peek behind the scenes?
I got pictures yesterday. I'm gonna post them all tonight or this weekend. I'm gonna start posting them. Yes, the temporary set here at the new studios.
What I was going to talk about is when I came in and your dear sweet Autumn was here, and I said, "Well, where's Steve?"
I think I announced that on the first day.
What's that?
I'm not that shiny right now, am I?
No, because what were you doing?
Yeah, I put my makeup on. I'm not ashamed of it. Right here, folks. Had to powder up before the show. Go ahead, Dale. Make fun.
No, I just said I just wanted a little peek behind the scenes so people know what it's like when you come walking in here.
The worst part was yesterday. I forgot to take it off. It's just a powder to take down the shine. Fun being bold. And yesterday I forgot to take it off. So I'm literally me and my daughter went to Texas Roadhouse, had a daughter-dad date and everything at Texas Roadhouse, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, and I got a whiff of it because it was like hot, so I was sweating a little bit, and I was like, oh, I forgot to take it off. I was smelling and I was like, oh, this is stupid. This is the dumbest thing ever. You guys are just gonna have to live with my shiny bald head moving forward. I do this for you guys, man. Do it for you guys. Where's your game tonight?
At Saguaro.
Oh, that's right. You're not going too far.
Not going too far, but
You have to go up those stairs, though.
I'm already dreading it. No rails, no nothing.
And you got to walk up.
I'll walk a mile upstairs. I used to be able to run up.
Don't forget, SCA plays at Cortez tonight, 31st Avenue and Dunlap up there, right there by Metro Center Mall.
You heading out there?
Nope.
Boy, oh boy, you really slacked this year.
Well, again, I do have plans to hit up their last 3 games of the year. At least the 2 home games coming up. I do have plans in those because Phoenix Christian, I think that's the name of the school. They're number 1 rankings right now, so that's obviously going to be a really good game.
You would think.
And you would think, at least on one side. And then who they play after that's another good team that's doing really well this well.
They play ALA.
Is it ALA? I don't remember. But their last 2 home games are against really good teams. So I've already made the plans to go to those. Like I said, I just have a hard time. It's not just them. It's everywhere. I just have a hard time going and watching a blowout game. It's just not fun. No. It's different for me because I don't have a rooting interest. So yeah, I know like Queen Creek. I know the parents of one of the kids on the team, and stuff. So it's cool to see that and everything. But I don't have a rooting interest.
Right.
So then it's harder to sit through them at that point from that side. So yeah, Desert Ridge tonight. They play at home. I don't remember who. Team from Tucson, I think. Saconia or something like that. But team from Yuma. They got a team from Yuma coming in. No, it starts with a C though, I think. This is how it was phrased to me, Dale. This is probably Desert Ridge's chance to get a win. And I went, so they're going to lose by 40?
Well, you're off from ASU this week, right?
No ASU game this week. ASU's off. Arizona has a home game, though. Maybe I'll go down to Tucson on Saturday night. Cienega is what it is, yeah.
Cienega.
Yeah, Cienega. They play there. I don't know anything about them, so I don't know. I was just joking around on that.
Cienega's in Tucson, isn't it?
I don't know. I was told Yuma. You argue with the person that told me Yuma. Hey, the kids from kids at Westwood. Hey, get this, Dale. Westwood and Mesa Public Schools did an internal investigation, and they deemed that these high school recruits from California, that the people that banned them in California reached out to the AIA and said, do not let them play. They broke so many rules, it's ridiculous. That's why they're banned here. And Mesa Public Schools, Mesa High School, they've determined they've broken no rules and they're eligible to start playing tonight for your Mesa Jackrabbits.
It's going to be interesting because we ran into that last night, and obviously totally separate situation, but Maryvale had 8 transfers that became eligible last night. Not the California transfers.
No, they just transferred to Maryvale, and they had to sit out the 5 games? Yeah,
and,
so that's there, yeah.
And boy, oh boy, some of those kids can really play. It'll be interesting to see.
That's all weekend long. Schools are getting those transfer kids back.
And the thing is, I did read about that. They deemed it that they enrolled at Mesa High School before the AIA could clamp down on the law.
And at least 3 of them that I know of didn't start school. They just enrolled, and then they sat out for a few more days. So they enrolled in the school, but didn't actually. Some people are questioning if they were even here yet when they enrolled in order to beat that deadline and stuff like that. I mean, you've got your villain school this year. That's for sure.
Yeah.
If you don't like that rule moving forward and stuff like that coming forward, and these are talented kids. Like you question if can they play? Yeah, they're all scheduled to go D1 schools.
Yeah. Okay. Oh.
Texas A&M, one of them.
Whoa. What?
Yes, yeah. One of them's Texas A&M. The quarterback. And that's the thing. The quarterback. I saw Mesa play Desert Ridge. Mesa. I saw him play kind of secondary against another school. That quarterback wasn't terrible. He's losing his job to a kid that just transferred in because the kid transferring in is going to get the start because he's a better player.
That's different than Maryvale. Maryvale had a converted offensive lineman playing quarterback for the first 5 games.
Who do they think they are? SCA?
they lined up. They lined up in 13 personnel and ran the ball 95% of the time. They come out last night, 4 wides, spread them out.
Can you imagine being the opposing coach? Why did you even send us film?
Right.
Why did you even send us film? So that's going to be happening all throughout. Of course, we saw that last year with Centennial.
Yep.
There was the other big one where, those kids fought to start right away at a certain school last year. Was that Centennial? Was that someplace else?
No, Centennial because they finished 3-7.
Yeah, they didn't get better with the transfer starting.
They were 0-7.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. Queen Creek has Corona del Sol tonight for them tonight as well. From that perspective, I mean, they got to win these games that they're playing because, they're not being bashes. They got Hamilton coming up. Hamilton's the good school, right? I get them and Higley confused all the time.
No, Hamilton's good.
Yeah, so they got Hamilton on their schedule. So Queen Creek has to win these games that are there. But it'll be interesting tonight around high school football and kind of what the feedback. I've just noticed, here's the bad part, with this high school thing, is there are kids not eligible to play because they've broken some transfer rules, they've broken some AIA rules, and they've been suspended by the AIA. There's kids in high school that can't play football this year because the rules were broken and they can't do it by the AIA. They've suspended them. And you allow kids that broke the rules someplace else to come here and play. It's a disgusting look. I don't care what the rules are. It's a disgusting look, AIA. It's disgusting. I expect it from Mesa High School. That's my old hatred of my Mesa from my Dobson days there. But in all seriousness, it's a disgusting look by the AIA. It's just absolutely disgusting to allow this to happen. Every kid that's deemed ineligible for breaking the rules should be eligible to play high school football this year if you're going to let these kids come from another state and do it. Every kid should be allowed to play now. And they're not going to. They're still going to punish the local kids, not the kids transferring in. I'll argue this. If these kids weren't good, they wouldn't have allowed them to play. It's because they're going to bring recruiters from big-time schools here in the Valley. Texas A&M is going to pay attention to it now because one of those kids is scheduled to go there. They're going to bring those in, and that is why it's being allowed to happen, is because these kids are going to bring people here that normally wouldn't come here to look at Arizona recruits. That's why it's happening. I have no doubt about that in my mind. I have no proof of it. I just believe that's why people are okay with it.
I have a hard time arguing with you on that point.
And it's just disgusting. And we'll see. We'll see what happens coming up. By the way, I did look this up. They have South Point Catholic tonight. Mesa does for them. Did you see South Point last week? Was that you?
That was 2 weeks ago.
Oh, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, okay. And they
weren't very
not good. Okay, I was curious on that side of it. Then Mesa lost to Castile 13-10 last week. They got Cesar Chavez coming up, and Cesar Chavez lost a lot of transfers. I saw them play Queen Creek earlier this year. They're an all-right team. They're nothing,
Right.
They're not like they were last year. They lost a lot of people. But they're a decent team. They're just not that top level. Then they got Perry. Then they got Basha. And then they got Westwood coming up for Mesa with these kids starting here. So let's see.
Look out.
Perry, by the way, I'm looking it up here. Yeah, Perry's 3-2, so they're not even that good this year. They're rebuilding. They're in year 3 of the rebuild. That's what they keep saying. When we come on back, we'll keep it rolling. Let's talk some Major League Baseball, Dale.
Oh, did something happen yesterday?
Yeah, some Major League Baseball games are out there.
You must have gotten all your picks right, and I must have got them all wrong.
Bring on the robo-umps. This is disgusting. The Padres weren't winning that game yesterday, but the umpires are garbage, and we're not here to watch them in the ninth inning of a playoff game. But they think we are. We'll talk about that, set you up for the weekend in baseball, Dale. Oh, we made picks? I don't remember that. Come on back, folks. The main event. And we're back here, main event. I was just lamenting that if ASU next week gets past Utah and wins that game, Texas Tech keeps winning as well. That Texas Tech ASU game here in a couple weeks, well, 3 weeks now, could be the big noon kickoff game.
There you go.
Which means a 9 a.m. kickoff here in Tempe, folks.
Game be over early. No more complaining about driving home at 10 o'clock at night.
Be complaining about driving there at 6 in the morning.
Well, you guys don't tailgate.
Stop for donuts. Oh, so I know that hit my radar yesterday. Some people had messaged me going, you paying attention to this? And I'm like, oh dear God, no, thank you. I don't know.
6 a.m. Wow.
You imagine? We would have to leave at 7, late at the latest.
Well, you leave earlier than that to come here.
Yeah, but that's Saturday. That's Saturday, Dale.
Take Friday off.
I don't take days off. I'm not Dale.
No, you're not.
So we have the next round of the playoffs up here as well, coming our way for Major League Baseball. Chicago at Milwaukee. 2 things I hate about this format. It's actually one thing, but I hate it so much it feels like 2. Division matchups. The wild card leads to division matchups in the second round. I don't like it in the wild. I didn't like Boston Yankees in the first round. We just watched them play regular seasons against each other, and you got to face off there. Now you got Chicago, Milwaukee in this first round. Yanks, Toronto in this round. At least you get Dodgers, Phillies, and Tigers and Mariners here. So those separate.
Right.
I just don't. I get how it falls, and I just don't like the division matchups early on in the playoffs because we just saw it in the regular season. It takes some of the excitement out of it. That's all I'm going to say.
I think you're trying to dig for something to be bothered about.
Are you excited? No, I've always hated it. I've always hated it. You like Cubs Milwaukee? You think that's how many times did we see him play this season? 19. Great. Another series here. Awesome.
And now this means something.
It always means something. Well, that's the other side of it, Dale. Does it? That's the other side. It didn't mean anything in the regular season because it doesn't matter how much they beat up on each other. They're still playing each other in the second round of the playoffs. And technically first round if you don't count the wild card. But you know what I mean. It didn't mean anything. Regular season meant nothing. They're still playing each other. You dominated the Cubs. You went and won the division. And then you still have to play them in the playoffs. So why does it even matter? Why?
Well, you did mind it when the Diamondbacks skunked the Dodgers.
No, I hate it. I've always hated it. I get it. Like later in the playoffs, obviously you understand that there's divisions. It's just early in the playoffs, I just don't like it. I just don't. I never have. In anything. I've never liked it. I hate it in football when it happens. I hate all that. I just hate it. I hate it. That's what we get. Cubs, Milwaukee. Regular season told us what's going to happen in this series, Dale.
No, that's a great thing about baseball, Steve. We throw the regular season out with the bathwater.
Yankees, Toronto told us what's going to happen in the regular season.
Wow. All right, so as good as we picked the first round, you're going to go stock.
We went 2 for 4 in the first round there. We both had Cleveland winning. Stupid Cleveland. Then you had the Cubs. I had Padres there. Then I had the Yankees. You had Boston. And then we all had the Dodgers there as well with Bruce. Bruce went 3-1, by the way. He watches too much baseball in his retirement.
I looked so good after the first
I know.
games.
You were bragging after the first games. You were like, I'm sweeping this bad boy. And you just end up being equal with me. Look, before we get into the games coming up, and we'll make our picks out here, and then we'll talk some Diamondbacks as well. But this is just Fix your game, Major League Baseball. We all tuned in yesterday to these bout of games to watch them. This was a horribly officiated round of playoffs on the wild card round by your officials. They did not have high ratings if you go by the scorecards and things like that. A lot of bad strike zones, a lot of bad calls out there, and it's just disgusting. We aren't tuning in. We did not tune in to a 10 a.m. Detroit Tigers, Cleveland Guardians game. Give me Guardians game because we wanted to see the umpires. I'm just telling you, Major League Baseball. We didn't tune into the noon Padres Cup Series because we wanted to watch the umpires. The Padres weren't winning this game yesterday, but they had a chance to win this game yesterday. They were still in it in the ninth inning. You wanted to see what would happen, and the umpires took it out of the Padres' hands. If you don't know what I'm talking about, ninth inning, 3-1 lead by the Cubs right now. Nobody out, nobody on. Hey, let's just check in on this pitch here. The ump show here, fellas.
11 with a double. A 3-2 from Keller.
Just utter garbage. At no point was that ball a strike. My favorite part, it's so loud in there. Look at the Padres manager trying to yell at the umpire. He can't hear you.
No.
He can't hear you, man.
Not a strike. And honestly, a great take. This is a full.
That pitch was thrown. That is a pitch that's thrown on a 3-2 count that you're hoping the batter is expecting something else and he chases that. That's what that pitch was. And the umpires bailed them out. And it robbed us from seeing, with one man on base and Bogarts, it robbed us to see if the Padres could put something together in that inning with the batters they have coming up. That bad call robbed your fan base of something that's either was going to be special to happen on either side of the deal. And Major League Baseball goes, oh, well, we have to wait a few more games before this season ends and we get and these umpires can finally shove it up their you-know-whats with their terrible calls right there. That is garbage call right there. And it can be corrected. It can be corrected. And they refuse to fix it, and Major League Baseball's fine with that. They robbed us of a potential great ending to that game last night because an umpire decided, I'm going to suck tonight in this moment.
Yeah, you would hope that the whole plate umpire would understand, hey, let's let the players decide this.
That is a moment. It wasn't. At no point was that a strike. I can understand it if it was in the strike zone and moved outside. Okay, you called it because you saw it as a strike. That was never a strike. What are you doing? It bothers the crap out of me. Why are we taking the time to watch these games if Major League Baseball is going to look at us and give us two middle fingers? Why? Why are we doing it? And I'm going to be a loser and do it again this weekend.
It's more important this weekend.
Which means they're going to blow it even more coming up here as well. Before we get into the Diamondbacks talks here and everything, let's make our picks for this round, Dale. Hopefully we do better. Cubs are favored in this series over Milwaukee, by the way.
That's interesting, isn't it?
The-
So you're
the
telling
line
me the
is-
regular season didn't mean
The
anything.
line is flipped. No, it's all the Chicago fans putting money on the Cubs in this series from that perspective. I like Milwaukee. I like what the manager there, Pat Boy, he's doing.
Pat Murphy?
Pat Murphy. He is a fantastic manager. He's an old school manager. I love what he's doing. The thing that worries me about this round is Milwaukee's been sitting. That worries me going into this series. Cubs have the momentum, obviously, coming into here with that Padres series. They beat a really good Padres team. They're in playoff mode. Milwaukee, I don't care what you say, you cannot simulate what you're about to walk into in your home field coming up tomorrow in that first game at 11 a.m. That does worry me. Milwaukee's the better team. I'm going to go with Milwaukee in this series, but I am worried about the Cubs and the way they're playing right now with that first wild card series round. But I am going to go with the Brewers to win this.
It is fascinating because, like even talking with Dave Nash, a baseball player, made it into the, I think, up to Double-A. And you look at it and go, baseball players are used to playing every day.
Yes.
And yes, hey, I could use a day off. That would be okay. Yeah. But 5 days off?
But their day off is there's usually still a game, right? Or you're traveling. So you're still in a rhythm.
Right. And
Yeah.
now you're out of that, and you can play simulated games and all that.
Playoff game, and then at home on top of it, where your crowd's going to be anticipating great things. I don't care what you say, the crowd's going to be better than it was in the regular season, more amped up.
Yep.
All that together factors it. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. Who do you got?
Now give me the Cubs. Go Cubbies.
I also thought the worst thing that ever happened to the Cubs was winning that World Series. Whatever happened to their fan base. They used to be a fantastic fan
The lovable
base.
losers.
And now it's almost like they're unbearable.
Wow.
Almost to the point where they're unbearable. Then you got Yankees, Toronto in this series. Look, Yankees were lucky to get out of that series against Boston. Another division foe coming their way here. I like Toronto a lot in these playoffs. They're there. Same situation. I don't trust Aaron Judge and this Yankees team, so I'm going to go with Toronto in this series to win it. They start at home, Toronto does, and I'm going to stick with them because I just don't trust the Yankees.
They've been the best team all year. Obviously, the Yankees come in with the pinstripes and the aura and Denmark racing aura and whatever.
Strippers'
names.
Yeah, around here we find them at the club, the adult club.
And so I don't think the Blue Jays.
Destiny and aura, I think, is what it was.
Yes. and I would say the Blue Jays have played them enough over the last couple of years that they're not intimidated by them. And until Aaron Judge has a solid playoff season, I'm gonna guess he's gonna struggle. So give me Toronto.
Yeah, exactly. From that perspective, then you've got the Dodgers and Phillies. I am so looking forward to this series, and folks, I don't have confidence in this pick. I just don't. Ohtani's going to go in Game 1 here coming up Saturday, 3:30 p.m. our time. I'm going Phillies in this round. I think the Dodgers are going to get knocked out of the playoffs again here. I'm going Phillies here. I'm not confident in this pick, but I'm going Phillies. Another home team to start this series.
I think if the Dodgers were going to stumble, they'd stumbled in the first round.
That's what worries me. They
And
look good.
I think that they are. I think they're ready to go. They're in rhythm. They've had the day off before they play. 2 days off before they play Saturday. Give me the Dodgers.
They've had 2 days off because they wrapped up that series in 2. And then you got Tigers at Seattle. I am on the Mariners bandwagon. I want to see the Mariners go all the way to the World Series. Of course, you've got Suarez and Naylor, not good enough to play here, so we had to ship them off, Now they're there. I got Mariners going deep into these playoffs. I got the Mariners winning this series.
Just to reward Naylor for all he did for Arizona. And for Ken Griffey, the ghost of Ken Griffey Jr., give me the Mariners.
Why is it the ghost of Kendra? He's still alive.
Yeah, but he's not playing for the Mariners anymore.
I know. So it'll be fun to see him go. When we come back, we'll get into it. Some Diamondback stuff here at the top of the hour. We'll make our college and NFL picks before Dale takes off here to go help his wife today. He's finally doing something noble for somebody else, folks. Come on back. It's the main event. And we're back here, second hour main event. Of course, Dale Hellestrade is going to take off a little early today. He's got it's for those of you that are going to make fun of him, he's going to do a noble deed today. Taking his wife
deeds every day.
Wife to the eye doctor. No golf. No going to lunch with Holmberg and Brady and them, and
no
playing
golf
golf
today,
with them.
No golf tomorrow. Graham's got his first flag football
Oh,
game.
look at you.
I mean,
Who are you?
I'm golfless.
Means he's going to be in a bad mood Monday.
Yes.
Folks. So be ready to see what happens there. Robert says that Team Me Short So with my shininess, because Dale brought out I have to powder my dome now with the new lights we have set up here and everything. Big Robert says Big Steve should wear a sombrero. They seem to be all the rage these days.
Oh. Like that idea.
That's so great. With a mustache, with a cartoony mustache on as well. From that side, the NFL plans to launch men's and women's professional flag football leagues. Dale, it is men's and women's. They're within the next couple years. Of course, it's before the Olympics, where that's going to be an Olympic sport in LA. coming up here as well. So what do I try out?
I think the Water Boys try out.
No.
days.
Look, it stresses me out when I'm in an SCA game and there's a timeout or whatever, and they're like, water, water, to watch the kids scramble to get water out to people. I have no desire. That's too much stress for me. That's too much stress.
They're not prepared.
That's the problem. They're all like this.
Yeah.
And then they're like, water, water. And then they have to sprint to the water place. My favorite part, though, is when they're checking them before they run out. I'm like, that's not the time to see if they have water in them, folks.
You and I could try out for our all-time center.
That is true. The linemen don't move, right? You're not allowed to
I don't
pull and
think
stuff
so.
like that, so we can just kind of stand there. Yeah. I do. Going back to baseball here, let's hit this up because you're taking off early today. Torrey yesterday on 98.7. Boy, has he become a tough guy, Dale.
I knew this was going to be your take. You wanted to hear it.
Tough guy, Torrey.
You wanted to hear it. Now you heard it. Now you're going to make fun of it.
Because he didn't say it, Dale. He did not look at the team at the end of that game, game
In
162. He did not look at the team and say, we're making the playoffs next year, and if you're not on board with that, then I'm going to sniff you out, and you're not going to be here.
That's exactly what he
I'm
said.
calling bullcrap. I'm calling bullcrap.
You know how I know it's Torrey?
How?
Because he used the word sniff.
I asked 2 questions on Twitter yesterday. 1, Torrey's made it clear he doesn't make those decisions. So what's Torrey going to sniff out? He's not in control of that. 2, was his second baseman in the room when that was said? If that was said. Because I don't know what perfume or cologne Marte's wearing these days, but you don't need to look far to sniff him out on a guy that doesn't want to play on your team. That didn't happen, right, Dale? There's no way that happened. There is no, and if it did, how many players are going on the IL for eye socket problems with how hard they rolled their eyes if he said that? Where was that passion in spring training? Where was that passion any other time? You wait till 162 and you're eliminated to declare, I declare next year, folks, we're done with mediocrity here. We're going to go to the playoffs next year. And if you don't want to be a part of it, I'm going to find you. I'm going to hunt you down. I have a specific set of skills that my GM tells me I have. I will find you. I will hunt you down, and you will not be a part of this team in the playoff run next year.
Did you just start going all taking
I did, and I
us?
forgot how it went.
Yeah.
About halfway through it, I forgot how it actually
I have a
went.
specifics.
Torrey looked at everybody after that game. I wish I could remember what. I wish I would have done research and thought of that before. I was on my spur of the moment there. It didn't happen. Give me a break.
Oh,
Give
you know what?
me a break.
Again, as I said yesterday or the day before, I tend to forget recent past. I forgot they won 89 games 2 years ago, which would have put them in the playoffs this year. There's definitely,
And they missed the playoffs last year with
look,
89.
Yes, but they won 89 games.
Okay.
That's a good year.
Okay. And they
That's
watched,
a good year.
You know what? And my couch is big enough that the whole team came over and watched the playoffs next to me on my couch.
Wow. So you're okay if they win 75 as long as they make the playoffs?
No. I want them to make the playoffs. They have the talent to make the playoffs. Stop underperforming.
They did not have the talent. Well, what baseball team are you watching?
Dale,
Jeez
I
Louise.
sat here and I watched Torrey Ark. That's not Diamondback baseball.
Who do you
We're-
think they
we're
are?
better
the
than
San Francisco
this.
49ers?
They're like, we're better than this. We're going to get better than this. This isn't Diamondback baseball. We're going to be better. We're going to find our rhythm. We're going to get better.
And that
all
injury.
season long,
Injury.
we heard that. Oh,
Injury.
There's a lot of frustration in the locker
Injury.
room. There's a lot of frustration there. We're just all frustrated.
So
We're
now
going to
it's
get better.
Change.
We're going to get better. Next year, we're going to get better. We're going to get better next year. Then Torrey also said on his hit there on 98.7, Torrey also said, we're not going to change any coaches this year. We're good. It went so well for us this year. We're just going to keep everybody.
Where did they move the third base coach?
He's doing something else in the organization. Keep your coaching. Like I said, keep Torrey fine. Keep your coaching staff fine. It's not the end of the world. It's just not. You're going to have a hard time competing because you're not going to spend the money. Right? They're already punting on first base, saying Pavin Smith's going to be your first baseman. Locklear's going to have his shoulder and ankle surgery and, his 12 surgeries, and he's going to be a first baseman next year for this team as well, and stuff like that. So they're already punting on first base, so they're not going to go spend money on first base. They're punting on this all already. And then they're running everything back. But, okay, keep Torrey fine. Keep the coaching staff fine. You know what my problem with it is, in all actuality? We're literally, how many days? 5 days since the end of the season. What serious look into this organization did you do? Yeah, what evaluation did you do of guys to where you come to a conclusive decision of the changes you're not going to make after 5 days? You could say you evaluated them during the season and all that. Absolutely. That happens. But to sit down, let it breathe for a little bit, not make an emotional decision one way or the other. This team in 5 days is determined. It went so well this year that we're running it back next year. That tells you they aren't taking this seriously. They had their mind made up. They're happy with the way this team performs. You at home are not. I'm not. They are. 50,000 more of you went to the stadium this year and watched that team do what it did this year. And the Diamondbacks are looking at you going, we're so happy with the way this team went this year. We're going to bring it back next year. We're not even going to look into it. We're just going to do it. That's what disgusts me about these choices and everything.
Well, they're making changes already, Steve. Torey Lovullo's going to be more of a stickler. He's going to be a sniffer.
Torrey's going to be in there trying to figure out who laid the code red all season long. How is he going to sift these guys out? Is he going to sift these guys out in the offseason? Is he going to wait till May and then he's going to be like, you're fitting in. You aren't fitting in. There's one guy on this team that fits what Torrey said he's going to sniff out, folks.
Yeah. So what happens if they trade him this offseason? Are you then going to buy and believe?
They're not going to trade him this offseason.
If they trade
they
him,
allow him to do it, and they are fine with him taking days off.
I don't think they're fine with him anymore. I think Torrey knows it's his job or it's Marte's
Torrey doesn't have a
job.
say in it. Torrey doesn't have a say in it.
He can throw a temper tantrum.
It's been told. Okay, and what's that going to get him? Nothing. Hazen's going to go, sit down. Sit down, yes, man. Did I tell you could sit up and yell at me that I let Marte sit today off? You can deny it all you want, Hazen. Torrey's here for one reason. He's your yes man. And he's paid handsomely to be so, on top of it. I just don't understand. Every other team in Major League Baseball is doing a top-down evaluation of their teams. And it went so well for the Diamondbacks in their eyes that they're like, yeah, we don't need to evaluate anything. We're good. We are happy with what it is. The Diamondbacks are telling their fan base, we are happy with what happened this year. So let's bring it back.
Run it back, Steven.
That's what insults me. At least pretend you're doing a top-down evaluation. At least pretend you're doing it. Had the Diamondbacks been definitive about anything all season long? Their third base coach, it takes a month for him to get out. Martinez's injury, it takes them 2 weeks of putting him out there to realize everybody else can see his velocity's down, but it takes them 2 weeks to decide he needs some time off. The Diamondbacks don't do anything quickly. Season ends and they're like, boom, bringing everybody back. We're good. It's such a joke. Such a joke. My thoughts on the Diamondbacks.
Let's get to something more positive before I leave here,
I
Steve.
just hope the Diamondbacks. I have a feeling they're taking advantage of their fan base, and that's what bothers me the most. They have the most loyal fan base of any team in this valley, and they're taking advantage of you guys showing up 50,000 more, and that actually rubs me the wrong way. That's how I feel about that. Dale,
what I want to know is how you're going to feel Monday morning if your beloved Arizona Cardinals allow the Tennessee Titans.
You'll know because you will get a text from me on Sunday.
I'm not coming
saying
in.
How long I'm out.
Seriously, it's one of those games that it's a damned if you do,
Yeah.
damned if you don't, unless you blow them out.
If I'm sitting there in the fourth quarter biting my nails if the Cardinals can keep this lead or get back in this game and win it,
If you're not in the fourth quarter, what'd you say? If you're not in the fourth quarter where you could say, hey,
Yeah.
Autumn, I'm going to go grab some more nachos. I'll be back.
exactly. Or I'm going to be like everybody else has left early, so we might as well stay till the end so traffic will clear out. That better be what we're saying on Sunday.
I don't know if you're going to get that, Steve.
I don't. The Titans are terrible. The Cardinals defense, this is a game where the Cardinals defense can show up, and they better show up and do some stuff in this game. That's what I'm excited to see. I want to see, does Drew Penzing open up this offense against a bad Titans defense this week, or are we going to see what we've seen before, right? Slow starts, then you get behind, and then you open up the offense. This is the game where you come out, Drew Penzing, and you start firing that ball downfield. See what happens, especially with your running back situation.
Yeah, see, that's the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to be – and again, it's not – to me, it's not just a running back thing. It's an offensive line thing.
Yes.
And the way that they've run the ball, you can't pin it on any one person because each lineman has taken their own opportunity to not block well.
Yes.
But the guards are a problem, and your right tackle.
So I heard from a couple people that said Will Hernandez was not put on the PUP list so he could practice while he was still rehabbing over these last 4 to 5 weeks. See, that makes sense. If that's true, that makes sense. Because if you're on the PUP list, you're not allowed to practice. So he's not in game. He's not able to play with his knee in the first 4 weeks, but he's able to practice. That makes sense to me, Dale. Does that make sense to you?
That does make sense.
Because otherwise, you come off PUP after 4
then
weeks
you're
or
gonna
whatever.
need
Then
3
you got
weeks to-
2-3 weeks to practice.
Yeah.
So that makes sense to me, which tells me also Will Hernandez is coming back any day now. And he's going to start getting some reps on the offensive. I don't expect him to start and play the whole game, his first game, or anything to that effect. But that actually makes sense to me. Because I've been asking that question, like, why did he come up? It makes perfect sense to me. He's going, when his knee is able to go out there and he's able to play, he's going to be able to play. There's going to be no ramp up to it. Is this the week that we see it?
What's fascinating to me is last night all those transfers were available, especially for Maryvale. I saw more cramping on a really sedate night.
Yeah.
Because, again, they're practicing, but as much as coaches yell and scream and holler about practice like it's a game, it's never the same.
No.
You got to get into the game, and you got to get everything that goes along with the game time and the bright lights and all that.
When do you drink water? When do you not drink water? You go to the sideline and you get caught up in something else, and you're not rehashing those fluids, stuff like that leads to the cramps, stuff like that. Update here on the Cardinals since we're talking about them. Jonathan Gannon speaking right now to the media. Darius Robinson has been ruled out for the game this weekend.
So both first-round picks.
Move him into the most likely a bust category after 2 years, Dale.
All of a sudden, Kimdichi's looking like he's Reggie White.
Dang. Yeah, he just announced that right now from that perspective. Yeah, I mean, I'm expecting a Cardinals to go out. The Cardinals don't win games big. That 8.5-point spread scares me this weekend. Do not take it. Cardinals money line if you want to put money on the Cardinals this weekend. They don't win games big. But I want to see what this is. I hate to hesitate to call it a practice game because the Titans get paid too. But this is a game where you come in, Dale, and if you're Drew Penzing, you show the team and you show your fan base your newly designed offense that isn't conservative and that ignores the wide receivers. You continue what happened in the second half of that Seattle game with Marvin Harrison Jr. You get that rhythm going early, downfield early. Enough of the check down type stuff and things to that effect. See what the running game has in here. I'm not saying don't run the ball. You're going to need to run the ball to win this game, even if you're up 14 points, right, to kill the clock. But work on that stuff this weekend. Show us that you're serious about improving. Show us the improvements this week going into this game. Because this is your opportunity to do it because your schedule does not get easier after this. Colts.
Surprising Colts.
Packers. in Indianapolis, no less.
Yeah.
Packers at home, bye week at Cowboys. I'm not saying use it like a practice, but use it as an opportunity to do what you've said you've wanted to do all year. And you've done it at times in the third quarter when you're down, fourth quarter when you're down. Start it early this week, folks. That's what I want to see from the Cardinals this week. And I'll tell you my pick on this. Cardinals should walk away with a victory in this game. Is it going to be an 8+ point victory? You can't say that because the Cardinals don't win that way.
They haven't showed you they can.
Yeah. I got the Cardinals winning this game against the Titans. I'm excited to see Cam Ward.
Well, I'm picking them to win. There's just so many things that you look at and go, what if?
Yes.
What if they lose? I mean, what if they lose? Where do they go from there? Everything that you built up all off season.
Yeah.
You and I both have sang the praises of Jonathan Gannon,
The coaching staff.
Monty Awesamfort. Although now you're going to start wondering a little bit about his. Maybe he doesn't have an eye for defensive line talent.
Well, there's the shine's off on Monty in my eyes. Am I calling him a bad GM at this point? No. But I'm not as high on him as I once was. He has a lot of bad positions here. Some of them are injury related. You can't plan on that.
Right.
But where's that talent that we all thought you had going into the season, and you should have going into the season? Yeah.
And so I'm going to pick them to win, but boy, but if they get off to another slow start, if they fall behind by a touchdown, all those things are just you're going to feel it in the pit of your stomach. Those nachos aren't going to taste as good. The beer's not going to go down as.
I'm going to get the nachos early, so that way I won't be tempted to throw them when at the end of the game.
I have a feeling they're going to win. I think they're going to struggle to run the football.
Yeah, that's what I want to watch too this weekend.
I hope to see improvement from the offensive line. I'm not even that concerned about the running backs. I want to see if there's some holes opened out.
Yeah, the Titans' defensive line is not good. You should have
Jeffrey
some
Simmons,
holes.
who's pretty good.
Yeah, but one guy. You're not going up against the Seahawks front seven that are some of the best in football.
That's true.
That's what I'm getting at. You
I'm
always have
picking-
talent on the other team. That's what I'm saying. The other team gets paid too. The Cardinals aren't going to walk in here and win this game 45-7 or something to that effect.
Right.
The other team has talent. Cam Ward's going to make some throws that we're going to be sitting there going, "Oh my God!" And then there's going to be other things he does where we're going to go, "Whoa, rookie!" Part of that's the talent that he has on his team too, and stuff like that. But yeah, I agree. I mean, Ethan says I think the Cardinals will lose by 3. That's my positive kid for you, folks.
Boy, it's hereditary. In the McCullum blood.
You have the Texans at Ravens this weekend. 2 1-3 teams, disappointing starts to the season. I have no basis on this unless something's broke this morning. I think Lamar Jackson's out for 2 to 3 weeks. He's going to miss this game. They haven't announced it yet. I think they're doing that, game time decision, but they already know he's going to be out this week. And the Texans' offense is terrible. C.J. Stroud, there's talk of him not getting that giant quarterback extension after this year that he's eligible for because of the way he's played to start this season as well. 2 teams, disappointing starts to the season here. I'm going to go Ravens, even if Lamar Jackson doesn't play in this game, because the Texans' offense is so bad. I think they're going to make the Ravens' defense look good this weekend, even though they're not.
Well, and you also have to say, you know what, you got Derrick Henry as a running back. I know he didn't have a good game last week, but
quit fumbling the ball.
Yeah, very rarely do you see a Derrick Henry go a couple weeks without having a breakout game. So I'll take the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, I think the Texans are in a lot of trouble in that division. Then you got Cowboys at Jets this weekend. Do the Jets pick up their first win of the season? Cowboys don't have it in the win column, but I'm gonna say something I never thought I'd say this year. They look good. Good enough. They're just not getting the wins. They're putting up a lot of points. I think Aaron Glenn is ruining the day. He took that Jets job every day, and it's going to continue this weekend. Cowboys win in New York this weekend.
How many points did the Jets put up? They put up 30? Did they put up 35? It seems like 40 is the magic number for the Cowboys.
Yeah, right.
My goodness, their defense is
let me see if I can find that answer while you talk here.
And but again, this is one of those things, kind of like the Cardinal game. The Cowboys have to find a way to win this game.
Yeah.
Their offense is just too good. It's too dynamic in whether CeeDee Lamb
Pickens.
is playing or not. Pickens has had himself a heck of a start.
I
to the
think
season.
Pickens does better without CeeDee Lamb out. CeeDee Lamb out
Oh
there. To be
yeah,
honest with you.
because he's the number one guy, no doubt about it. And now in Dallas, there's talk about, hey, you're gonna extend, you're gonna extend him. I'm like,
That's the problem.
no.
You can't have that much money wrapped up in 2 receivers.
And you've
Can you, Cincinnati?
You've only seen 4 games.
Yeah, and he's only been really good since CeeDee Lamb's been out.
Yeah.
yeah.
The Cowboys win.
Yeah, exactly. Then you got, Commanders at Chargers.
Still no Jaden Dan.
I don't think he's been officially ruled out, has he? Or is he? Have they officially ruled him out, or is there a chance he could?
I don't know.
I don't think he's going to play, but I don't think they're like. I don't think they put him like, oh, he's out for 3 weeks, have they? I'm looking it up.
I'm not 100% sure, but Jim Harbaugh. Hey, whether you like him, whether you hate him, whether you don't really care about him, he's one of those guys, a little bit like Shanahan in San Francisco, where he just comes up with game plans with the guys that he has. He lost John Alt, their right tackle. They've lost their left tackle.
Yeah, they lost their running back.
Yeah, and yet they find a way to win. I'm going to say you go and give me the Los Angeles Chargers.
Jaden Daniels has been medically cleared by doctors. He will practice fully today. Dan Quinn announced earlier today, it looks like.
Okay.
Or yesterday. So Jaden Daniels, this might be his game back. I don't care. Being his game back here, I agree with you on a lot of that Chargers talk. I'm high on the Chargers this year. I think first game back for Jaden Daniels, I think it's going to be an issue. It's going to be a really physical game on the Chargers side. So I think the Chargers pull this game out. It's going to be a low-scoring affair, too, coming back here for the Commanders and the Chargers game. And then you got Chiefs-Jaguars, Monday Night Football, Dale.
Yeah.
Why are we picking this game?
Why are we?
Because the Jaguars, I'm high on them, and I'm picking Jaguars. Chiefs need this game. Chiefs cannot lose this game. Their schedule does not get easy after this. Jaguars are sneaking up on people right now. I got the Jaguars winning this game. Boom. Mark it down. You're 2-3 Kansas City Chiefs.
Did you see them play last week when Xavier Worthy came back?
I also saw Lamar Jackson pull his hamstring, and they were never in the game after that.
Did you see the Chiefs offense with Xavier Worthy?
I also saw them playing the Ravens defense, which is one of the worst in the NFL, it seems like, this year.
Did you see them with Xavier Worthy?
I also know the Jaguars are really good this year.
You know what? It's in Jacksonville. I've
weather.
always liked who's the quarterback for Jacksonville?
The guy from Clemson?
Yeah. He was long hair.
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence.
Thanks, Ethan. Look at
Yes,
Ethan go.
nice job. Way to pay attention, young man.
He's awake.
I've always liked him. I don't think he's had a fair shot. You got the coach, the Liam guy, Liam Cohen.
I'm not going to lie to you. I like him. I like him a lot. I like how he stood up to Salah last week.
Yeah.
Salah tried to intimidate him, and he was like, "You ain't intimidating me, kid." I like everything about him. I do. I'm high on the Jags.
So I am also, as I've told you, when you've played in as many big games as Kansas City has, it goes fast. You fall off a cliff. You don't see it coming.
Yeah.
You just all of a sudden are free falling. And so give me Jacksonville Monday night.
I'm looking here as well. I mean, the Chiefs, I'm not kidding you. They have a huge game next week. I'm not saying they're going to be looking ahead to that, but this puts a little bit more pressure on the Chiefs in this game as well. Oh, they have the Lions next week. It doesn't get easier coming up here. And I think, and I'm just not sure they can handle it. Really quick before you go, let's do our college football picks real fast. Iowa State, Cincinnati. Well, Steve, why are you picking an Iowa State who's ranked 14th and Cincinnati who's unranked, but having a good season this year? Well, I'm doing it because it's at Cincinnati, and Cincinnati is 1.5-point favorites going into this game. 9 a.m. a kickoff here on the college ranks tomorrow. This is shocking to me here from Cincinnati. Let me correct that. The line moved to 2.5 points, Cincinnati favorite.
Really?
In Cincinnati, 9 a.m. kickoff here. Does Cincinnati upset Iowa State this weekend in the Natty?
In the Natty.
In the Natty.
I don't think that they upset them. Plus, now I'm cheering for Iowa State, and I'm cheering for Texas Tech so that Steve has to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning in a couple weeks.
Iowa State's at Iowa State. So I want to. That'll just be roll out of bed and watch that one there. So you think Iowa State's got that win?
Yes.
I'm gonna go with what everybody's saying here. So I'm gonna go Cincinnati. I'm gonna take a chance on the Bearcats
Were
here.
you really trying to say a prognosticator?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. Whatever big word I'm trying to use. I'm going to go Cincinnati here. I learned this lesson when Indiana played Illinois. The bettors had it right. I'm going to go with it here as well. They're in Cincinnati, 9 a.m. kickoff for them. 16th ranked Vandy, 10th ranked Alabama. I'm going Vandy in this game as well. Alabama, nice to see you this season. Another Vandy upset over 10th ranked Alabama this weekend. By the way, in Alabama. It's going to be ugly for the Bama
Payback is a bitch. Vanderbilt upset Alabama. Alabama's now going to go and take care of Vanderbilt.
Miami, 3-ranked Miami at 18th ranked Florida State. Florida State lost a lot of their shine last week. They got robbed. I don't care what you say. That needs to – if you have to go to that depth of replay to find out if the guy has the ball or not, it's a catch. It's ruled on the field. Florida State got robbed in that game, but I am high on Carson Beck in Miami this year. I think they keep rolling. I got Miami winning this game at Florida State this weekend.
Yeah, you know that that the quarterback knows how to win from his past. And
Georgia.
I think Miami goes ahead and wins this game.
This is a tough one to pick. You got Syracuse, SMU kicking off here. Your old alma mater. Go Mustangs! 12:30 kickoff from the Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas, Texas. SMU 17.5-point favorites. But there is something wrong with the SMU team lately. Does Syracuse get the upset, Dale?
Yeah, they don't. SMU doesn't have Dickerson, James, and Hellestray. That's what's wrong with them, for crying out loud.
Or the boosters.
I think. Oh, they got boosters.
They got the boosters.
Yes,
Yeah,
they do.
yeah.
I think at home SMU finds a way to win the game.
Yeah, I don't see Syracuse pulling a Baylor in this situation. Then you got Oklahoma State at Arizona. This game is interesting to me because Arizona thought they were a team that could go to Iowa State and compete. And they got beat up. They got manhandled. They're not at that next tier level yet, but they're better than a lot of the Big 12. They're better than average in this division, in this conference. Arizona is. I'm a little worried on how they rebound after that letdown from last week. They obviously had a lot of confidence. They thought they could go in there and stand up on Iowa State. And sometimes when you get hit in the mouth, it's a double whammy because you walked in thinking you deserved to be there when you didn't deserve to be there in terms of your thought process. How does Arizona respond? The good news is you're playing Oklahoma State. Interim coach, though. Sometimes teams stick their heads up in the first week with an interim head coach. I don't think it's this week down there in Tucson. I got Arizona winning this game, and I'm not going to lie to you. I think they're going to dominate this game as well as a comeback, and they're going to open some eyes because their schedule is easy from here on out. Arizona's going to keep it rolling.
They're back in the friendly confines of lovely downtown Tucson, where they feel good. They're not going to have upset tummies. They're going to get back to their Mexican
12
food.
p.m. kickoff, highs in the mid-90s. It's going to be a little warm.
Oh, come on, 90s? Are you kidding me? You're going to need a sweater to go to the game. Give me the Arizona Wildcats. I think they start a run here.
Here's my question for you before you take off here. Arizona is 20.5-point favorites.
Nope.
You're not taking that?
Nope. Nope.
I'm not saying they're not going to win by 20. I'm not putting money on it.
No.
I do think Arizona runs away with this game. It's not. Oklahoma State's a defeated team. I don't care about their players like Mike Gundy. For some reason, they all like Mike Gundy. I think actually getting rid of Mike Gundy is going to make this team tank even more moving forward from that side. That's our picks for this week. Dale, I'll leave you with this parting notes here as you go take care of your lovely wife and everything here. Financial Times says that the Live UK entity lost $461 million in 2024. They lost $395 million in 2023, by the way. They lost $243 million in the 18 months at the end of 2022. If you do that math, they've have over $1 billion in losses since Live has started out there as well. Their revenue for 2024, was only $65 million.
Go ahead, Liv.
When's the plug going to be pulled on Liv? Because it's coming.
Right.
I don't care how much money you got. You lose that kind of money, it's
At some
eventually
point, the
going to
Crown
stop.
Prince is going to say, nope.
Let's find something else to put our money to.
Our reputation's our reputation.
Which I believe is why, because that's why they wanted to buy into the PGA,
Right.
because that does make money a little bit. I think that's why they were pushing so hard for the merge, and that kind of fell apart. Just let Liv die. PGA's handling it right. When we come back, I got some preseason hockey talk, because why not? You're going to love it. Plus, Mercury kickoff, tip-off tonight and Sunday up there in Las Vegas. Come on back, folks. I'll get you the rest of the way for the weekend. Dale, I'm just proud of you today. Not being selfish. That's good. I'm impressed. Come on back, folks. The main event. And we're back here. Main event. Dale, in all seriousness, I'm giving him a hard time today, but he does. His wife has a doctor's eye appointment over there in Mesa, so he's got to drive all the way to the bad parts of town for him. He hates it so much. So he deserves it at the same time for what he's looking at here. So he will, of course, be back on Monday as well. And appreciate you all joining us here. And for those of you that has found, of course, the show as well, of course, Robat TV live 8 to 10 a.m. with your subscription on demand there as well. For those of you that watch that. Later on today at 11 o'clock, we got McCollum on Business. Pit Stop. We have the Look Back show that we do early in the week where we look back at the racing over the weekend. Well, the Look Ahead show was up yesterday as well. Robat TV, the YouTube page as well. We haven't done any outside advertising on the YouTube page, and we see you guys finding it. I know Heathen Hammer's one that went out and pushed that out for everybody and told everybody about it. We appreciate it very much as well. Of course, you got the interview section of that YouTube page where we Coach Sheehan on Wednesday, Bruce Cooper on Tuesdays here. And, of course, Lou yesterday up there as well. We appreciate you guys finding that stuff. Of course, the free podcast systems out there as well. Those numbers have ticked up a little bit. And for those of you that found us, of course, from Dale being on Holmberg's morning sickness and everything, thank you very much. You can text us 623-252-6670. Anytime you're watching, it's just like texting your buddies, except probably like your buddies. We don't respond to you on that. We respect your phone's privacy, etc. there, so we keep that to ourselves. But if you want interaction, you got X, right, at TME Sports Show. Follow us there at the Pit Stop Talk for you that follow us at the Pit Stop as well. And look, most of our audience, and we thank you for this, is here at Robat TV. So we're just kind of getting it out there for other people to find stuff as well, and we appreciate everything you guys do to us there. And we'll wrap up the show here. We just did our show picks, and I just don't know, right? Cincinnati, Iowa State. I'm not sold on Cincinnati. I'm just taking a flyer on them going into this weekend. Darius Robinson, Jonathan Gannon in his press conference while we were on in this last hour says Darius Robinson is out for this weekend's Cardinals game. From that perspective, we talked about the umpires and just it took the shine off what could have been a great inning. Either way, I don't think the Padres are winning that game, but we talked about that earlier. And then, of course, Dale gets disappointed in me and my Diamondbacks and just how they just don't want to get better out there. It just bothers me how they don't care to get better. So you have Major League Baseball's open stuff. And I'm going to do a little hodgepodge here in this next 20 minutes here of left of the show here on this Friday. So we'll call it the hodgepodge segment. We need a sounder for this, but Major League Baseball is open, positions right now. And the Diamondbacks just coming back with everybody. We're just going to bring back everybody. Right, Atlanta Braves, disappointment with a lot of talent on their side. New manager coming in. Baltimore Orioles, they had a lot of injuries this year. A lot of injuries. They got rid of their manager, of course. I'm there. Los Angeles Angels, which is quite possibly the worst job in Major League Baseball. They don't draft well. Trade deadline sucks. They bring in veteran players at the end of their career that don't work out. But they're looking. Ron Washington's out there as well. Twins, as we know, he's won 3 division titles in 7 years. They gutted his roster this year. Well, they're looking for a new manager coming up. We know Bruce Bochy's out at the Texas Rangers. We know Bob Melvin's out at the Giants. Underperforming teams looking to improve their team by making changes out there. Then the Washington Nationals, also a vacancy there, which isn't a good team either. That ownership group is very restrictive on what their managers can do and their GMs can do there in Nationals land. So not a good job there either. We know the Rockies got rid of their GM, which tells me, right, they got rid of Bud Black in the middle of the season. Tells me their manager position might become open here for the Rockies as well. And the position I'd pay attention to that I think might be coming up, they missed the playoffs for the first time since 2016. Pay attention to the Houston Astros. That could be changing as well, which brings you to kind of that question. If the Diamondbacks did move on from Torey Lovullo, as I looked at it this way, what position are the Diamondbacks in terms of this competition? Braves, Orioles, Giants, Rangers, Astros, if that becomes available. Was that 5 teams? Me personally would consider better opportunities than the Diamondbacks. How many do you consider better opportunities than the Diamondbacks if they were going to get rid of Torey Lovullo? You're not going to compete with those teams. Guys are going to eye those teams over the Diamondbacks, I think, in my opinion, moving forward there. I don't know. Do you guys see it differently? Definitely reach out, right, at TME Sports Show. Of course, 623-252-6670. Even then, comment on YouTube. We'll see your comments there as well going forward. So, like I said, hodgepodge here in this 20 minutes. Mercury final schedule tonight. The game 1 and 2 is in Las Vegas. Best of 7 in this round here, the championship round for the WNBA. Las Vegas Aces, Friday night, tonight, 6 p.m. for that game. Sunday noon tip-off there. Then the Mercury come back here, and their home games are Wednesday and I believe Friday next week for games 3 and 4. For next Wednesday, it is a 5 p.m. tip-off there from the newly crowned, no longer PHX Arena, folks, Mortgage Matchup Center. I will not be calling it that. Just make it clear right now. Don't make names of your stadium long. I get it. It's Matt Ishbia's company. Matt Ishbia, supposedly there were 8-10 bidders on the naming rights on this, and they just magically won out, right? Matt Ishbia's company magically outbid everybody to get that ruling. The other thing is, I was all over Twitter having fun with it yesterday. It's probably not a good joke, but I'm going to call it the Morgue. The Morgue. You better play good, because otherwise you're going to be playing at the Morgue coming up here from that thing. But what's the signage going to be, Mortgage Matchup Center. You guys can call that. They don't pay me. I'm not calling it that moving forward from that perspective. Plus, mortgage companies, not my favorite people these days, with interest rates and how they're treating people in these down times and stuff like that. So, but that is happening. Playoff basketball there as well. Suns preseason gets underway this weekend as well. If you're into playoff or preseason NBA basketball, God bless you. I am not, but we'll keep our eyes on if anybody does anything. I know a couple of their projected starters are injured already going into this first preseason game this weekend. Tough preseason, or tough offseason where you come in injured. We talk about that all the time here as well. Of course, good high school football games tonight. We'll have to see what Scottsdale Christian Academy and their coach Mike Sheehan do over there at Cortez tonight. Queen Creek, Desert Ridge, Dale, of course, going and calling a Saguaro game tonight as well. So keep our eyes around that side. I'll be watching the Mesa game as well here tonight. Just what do they do with these new players from California? High recruits at the Division I level. Several of them are. What does Mesa do tonight coming into this game with them? But then, like we talked about earlier in the show, a lot of the transfer people have to sit out the 5 games. Well, they're all eligible to play this week. How does that change the dynamic of some of these teams around high school football? So those are the things we'll be watching tonight, along with the Mercury game as well. Here, just when ASU has a week off, it just kind of throws you off a little bit, right? Going into it. By the way, Major League Baseball starts Saturday, tomorrow. I don't know if I said that properly earlier. Saturday, 11 a.m., I said earlier, I did say Cubs Brewers. 1 p.m., Yankees Toronto. 3:30 p.m. Dodgers Phillies, which I'm looking forward to that series galore there. And then at 5:30 p.m. you got the Detroit at Seattle game, all starting Saturday for game ones here in this round of the playoffs. And then, before we get to my favorite thing on the planet, and that's NHL hockey or hockey in general, don't forget ASU NHL Network is going to be playing the Penn State ASU hockey games this weekend. One, ASU's projected, of course, they had a good season last year, a great season last year, and they are projecting to have another good season this year with their new additions. And to the team, home ice advantage over there at the Mullet and that stuff. Well, they start off their season with Penn State today, 7 p.m. our time over there at the Mullet, and then tomorrow, 5 p.m. our time at the Mullet as well. Penn State's a good hockey team. We told you yesterday the projected number 1 NHL draft pick plays for Penn State. These are his first 2 games, and we get to see him here locally over there at the Mullet. Then on top of that, NHL Network has come out, and the NHL Network has said, we're going to broadcast these 2 games. Look, say what you want about ASU. They're broadcasting these games because of the kid at Penn State, the freshman, because he's going to be, the number 1 draft pick coming up here in the NHL draft after this season, right? So you get some benefit on that, but also ASU is going to get a lot of exposure on their hockey side. So don't forget, tonight you got that 7 p.m. NHL Network, by the way. Also, I also saw Fox 10 is going to be broadcasting it as well. So pay attention to those games here this weekend if you're a hockey fan out there. ASU football off this weekend, but, they got the hockey game going on. But then also, interesting thing here, right? If you missed this news earlier in the week, ASU Capital Improvement Plan hasn't been approved. This is the one here where they're spending millions of dollars, right? They're going to build that practice facility adjacent to the stadium. It's going to have a turf field. It's going to be placed where they currently practice across the street on Rural. It's going to be next to the stadium. So there's going to be no more getting ready and then having to go across Rural, right, to those practice facilities on that side. That has been approved. $35 million for that side has been approved now. I think I saw on that one's going to be 2027, I think, is when that's going to be done. Might be 28, to be honest with you. The other thing that was approved as well, $312 million worth of development planned. I'm sorry, $100 million. That's the total. $100 million for Desert Financial Arena renovations. If a stadium ever needed to be renovated, it's the bank there, where the ASU basketball men's and women play there. It needs to be adjusted. It needs to be fixed. It needs to be torn down, to be honest with you. But if you're not willing to do that, do it. So $100 million has been approved for that renovation as well. I read somewhere, I believe that one's going to be done in 2029 for that renovation coming up. So ASU, not just the publicity, football squad and all their publicity, they beat Utah at Utah next week. Then they got Texas Tech here in Tempe. That could be, as I said earlier, the big noon kickoff game, which means a 9 a.m. kickoff here at Phoenix time. And then you got the big noon guys here beforehand. Something to keep an eye on here. Now we're 2 weeks away before we kind of know that stuff coming up. And it's all going to kind of go around what Utah, how they look against Utah, et cetera. They might even still get it if they don't go to Utah and win. But something to keep in mind. But the whole idea here is Arizona State is on a level right now of just exposure galore. That's great for them. And it's benefiting them with the renovation projects coming up, redoing the facilities in this time. People are donating their money to them and pumping the money into these programs. And it's fantastic to see. We've seen blips of this throughout the years, but to this level right now hasn't existed in my whole life of being an Arizona State fan out there. And it's fantastic to watch and see. So college hockey kicking off this weekend or tonight against Penn State. I'll be paying attention to that, of course, on my phone. I'll probably be at that Desert Ridge game tonight, supporting the Palm Squad out there. And yeah, don't forget, I just sent it to you. Autumn's daughter, the Palm Squad there for Desert Ridge, will be at the Cardinals game on Saturday, dancing with the cheerleaders at halftime. So obviously, we'll be there for that with our tickets. But if you want discounts out there, I don't know. I know the secondary market's probably cheap as well to support that Palm Squad. We put the links out there if you want to see the Cardinals play at home. Opportunities, because I can tell you this, the Packers game, unless you have a boatload of money or want to spend a boatload of money, you're not seeing the Cardinals play the Packers unless you want to unload a crap load of money. So these types of games are the games where you can get to them a little bit cheaper out there and things to that effect. It's on at the main event site for those of you that might want to check out and see if there's a pricing tickets in your range there to go see. And I'm excited to see Cam Ward as well. I'm not going to lie to you from that perspective. But my favorite sport is hockey, and we've been sitting here looking at, of course, preseason hockey has been going on. Preseason hockey to me is just an absolute waste of time. Guys are getting their up, you're working on whatever you're working on and all of that stuff. Well, every once in a while, people take preseason hockey and they take it to another level out there. Well, last night, a couple Florida teams matched up, and I'm going through all the stuff. The Mammoth, by the way, the Utah Mammoths, I know I give them a lot of crap because, of course, they were the Coyotes. Playing in an 11,000 view stadium. They'd sell 16,000 tickets, partially view, 5,000 of them. They're doing the renovations to the stadium, etc. I'll say this. The Mammoths jerseys, the dark ones, the dark blue ones, I love them. I love them. They look good. They look sharp out there. But I digress. I'm still not going to root for them. Vegas. I've always been a Vegas fan, as those of you know. My family's from Vegas, and things to that effect. I support the Vegas teams. If they're new Vegas teams, I will never support the Raiders. I'll never support the A's. They aren't homegrown teams. I know what homegrown teams mean to Las Vegas, and that's the Knights. So that's why I support them going forward. But those Mammoth jerseys are sweet. Beside that point, a couple Florida teams that don't like each other matched up in preseason hockey last night. Let's check in with preseason hockey. It's benign, right? It's garbage. Nobody wants to play. Everybody's taking it easy, getting ready for the season, right? Let's check in with the game last night.
The series. Here we go behind the scenes. Yeah. Well, Greer started it. Oh, jeez. And he got a couple of shots in. So no wonder everybody came flying in. Cirelli's first on the scene.
Well, here's the play, and it doesn't appear as though this is going to draw any call. No score in Tampa. And the call will be made. It's going to be a high.
Look at this. It continues.
Now it's Gord getting into it a little bit there with Evan Rodriguez.
And a little extra shove of the stick there, too.
This is 8:36 in the first period, folks.
He's going to take a bead on Bennett, but see where a stick
preseason hockey.
I think the referees are just trying to settle this game.
That's a play you make in big things. Still in the first. Still in the first. What? Preseason hockey here, folks. Oh, you think it's over? You think the coaches told them to settle down? Well, let's go check this out.
There's the slap.
Second period just started. 14:50 left in the second. Let's check out this. What? Preseason hockey, folks. It just means more, I guess, right? Look at it. Can I reiterate enough that this is preseason hockey?
Radish having something to say about Greer's actions in the first period. Oh, and he lands a right.
Yeah, a couple of big
The line for Jones. Jones to Aaron Ekblad.
Let's see what else happens. This is right after that last fight. Preseason hockey. Two teams from Florida, the Lightning and the Florida Panthers. We can keep it going. It goes on and on and on. You can take it down, Ethan. I think you guys get the idea. At one time in this game, I'll talk over this clip. Play the second clip here. Look at this. This is preseason hockey. I don't think you could fit more guys in that penalty box, can you? 6 guys in the Lightning box, 3 guys in the Panthers box. Second period, preseason hockey. It just means more. Robert says at TME Sports Show, you said you like the Mammoth jerseys, and I think Ethan kicked you off the air. My feed's still going. I got my feed right here. Yeah, okay. I was told it did bump out at that point, so you just had to refresh it there. So, apparently it did bump out. So, he says into my ear there. So, but I was like, my feed's still up. I still see mine going. Probably just had to refresh it there and all that fun stuff. But hey, there's an exciting way to end the show there. Preseason hockey, it just means more, I guess, is what we're looking at from that side. So you got Arizona, Oklahoma State this weekend to pay attention to. That Iowa State-Cincinnati game, I'm going to be all eyes on here to see if Cincinnati is somebody that we need to be paying attention to. They have only lost once this year that they're bumping from that side. Cardinals-Titans, what are we going to see? I'll put all the graphics up on our picks this weekend. Probably later on tonight or maybe early tomorrow morning for college football from that perspective. But text us 623-252-6670. Pit Stop Look Ahead show is up as well for the week for the racing this weekend. Starts tonight in the Truck Series. That is up for you right now. Of course, Xfinity Cup. Elimination races for the Cup and the Xfinity Series on Saturday and Sunday this week. Check out that there. YouTube, of course, free podcast system. On Podbean at the Pit Stop Talk is where you can find that social media. We'll see you all on Monday, everybody. McCollum on Business coming up at 11. We started over, and let's see what we're talking about with the Cardinals come Monday. Have a great weekend, everybody. It's finally cooling down. Let's enjoy it. We'll see you Monday, everyone.